Hey, sorry, distracted today. I just saw this light smudge on my computer screen. I need to calm. Okay. I'm a little late today, about 30 minutes late, because I wanted to prep before I actually start streaming because nobody wants to watch me prep to do this. Put on my smock, do the setup and everything, make sure the shots are all, over the right location, whatever. Um, I don't want to watch myself do that either. I'm continuing to watch my lives days after I've done them. So I did day 5 or 4, no 5. I did 5 yesterday. And try to cut and edit that down a little bit. It's I've been noticing that it's been pretty hard to actually cut down. Not that I'm saying anything important. I just don't the exact opposite. I'm not saying anything important. That I really don't know what to keep in. Um, or how I'm gonna do the weekly roundup of all these lives and concise them down to like a more consumable size. That's the right. Speaking of which, it's been annoying me how watching these back and even now that I'm noticing that there's a spider there. That's fine. Yeah, they do have a little jumping spider around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. It's been living here for a couple of weeks now, and I've been trying really hard not to kill it. They scare me, but it's been pretty chill and like it seems to know to like stay away from me for the most part. Like it like watches me throughout the day, but it'll keep its distance and I'll keep my distance from it because I really don't want to kill it. I feel bad if I do it, but I get startled easily. Anyways, so I get distracted so easily, but that's another problem. The other problem I have is that I can't speak coherently or like I can't find words. I feel like my vocabulary has shrunk so much over the past years because I haven't been reading and I used to be such an avid reader. Like my mom would have to force me out of my room because I was been reading so much. I would just read books all day long. But also we didn't really have phones back then, not like we do now. So that's what I've been doing. But um, even lately I've been noticing that I don't really I gotta drink water. Right, so even lately I've been noticing that it used to be like my morning and nightly routine to maybe for like an hour to 30 minutes to read my manga or comics on my phone. And there's multiple things that's been happening with them. I forgot my links up here now. Um, but also like everything in that genre as well as like other media is can't find the word, but it's just been really congested or convoluted or it's repetitive. It's like a lot of the same stuff and I don't just find myself enjoying it anymore as I did before. And this is what it was. And so now I just have like my few favorite authors that I read, but then again, then I have less to read now because they only post things every, or they only release things every, once a week or once every 2 weeks, something like that. The good ones. Um, they like to serve us. So that's not a great place to give vocabulary because sometimes also because it's being translated to like Chinese, Japanese, or Korean to English. It's not always the best translations, even with the official sites, and I'm not gonna get into it. So I decided to purchase against all reasoning, uh, purchase 2 books today from Amazon because I still don't feel like going outside. So I don't really need to. Today's the second day, second morning that I've refused to go out to the pharmacy. And tomorrow's probably gonna be the last day that I can do that because I will run out of pills for midday. Okay. So I purchased what was it? One of my favorite books from one of the Bennett sisters. Oof, no, not Bennett. Bronte. One of the Bronte sisters. Forget which one. But, okay, so my was Jane Eyre. That was one of my favorite books growing up. Probably when I was like high school, transitioning. And I had I don't know how or where I found it. It was like this very small like what would that be like 4 by 3 book of Jane Eyre. And I think I probably thrifted. I didn't know anything about it. I was like, oh, you know, I was just consuming everything I could find because I learned how to read really late in life. So from then on, I was just like reading everything I could and then trying to read even more advanced things because I was scared I was gonna lose the ability to read. And so, anyways, it's really hard for me to read at the time because again I was a child and it was like old timey language, but I stuck to it and I think I vaguely got the gist of what was going on. And then I just read it again until I knew what was going on. And the same with what was it? Pride and Prejudice. Yes, so I also purchased Pride and Prejudice, but in Spanish against my better judgment because that is a hard book to read in English for me. And then in Spanish, like I've tried to read it in Spanish, like just even text messages, I still struggle with, and just the Google Translating because it's just faster and easier. But I think the main reason I bought it is because it's just like a really cute cover. It was like pink heart book, heart, what is it called? Heart, whatever. I'm doing book language anymore. And I have this little console. It was a TV console, but I have like basically no books or just like a small section over here, but they're basically just art books or one fashion design or pattern making book, and the rest are just journals that are just like only the first 30 pages are written on and everything else is blank. So I really wanted something to like decorate the space, which is such a bad idea because I actually need this for storage because I have no other furniture for storage in this apartment. So this stuff, if I have to move out, I do. I have to try and figure out my closet situation, which I did DIY so that I would have more space to put things in. However, because I quit my job and I have no consistent income anymore, I can't be buying more things because that's what it needs. I ended up, that's, it's, that's been a consistent story with my whole apartment. I know exactly how I want it and how it needs to be efficient and convenient and usable, but also like stylish at the same time. But I don't have the funds to do that. I know at the time I was living paycheck to paycheck, but I still couldn't just spend my entire paycheck on, renovating my apartment. So I've been going like, every paycheck I set aside maybe like $100 or $200 converting to do little tweaks here and there in my apartment, but I no longer have those funds. Um, Realistically, I shouldn't be doing that if I right now do not know if I'm going to be staying here longer than 6 months or right now longer than 5 months. Because, yeah, we're almost there this month. And I'm a little stressed out because I really don't feel like I've completed any like this one seems like it's okay to say it's completed, not for my standards, So I'm still not considering completing because I still want to do tweaks on it. The one I'm doing now, the oil painting I was working on yesterday, I'm still doing that today. I just feel like it's going by so slow. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. I know I'm being very negative right now. And it is a week before my period starts. And I started to get cystic zit right here. It's bare in my skin. It hasn't started itching or stinging. Not what it is. This is start. I've been I think I'm just transitioning to like a different cycle, and I just have to go through it through the motions and try to be gentler with myself. And also, the weather's been changing; it's been getting hotter, and I'm getting sweatier, and I need to get my fan in here soon because I've already been sleeping with it on just to get everything cool. But I know as soon as it gets like peak summer, that's not even going to be helpful. So I'm going to do that outside because I don't have money to be spending on additional. Okay, let's move on. For my renting section, it's already been like 11 minutes. Actually, just start painting. Another thing, I'm gonna say, okay, I tried cleaning my palette yesterday because if you saw my stream yesterday, you see how much difficulty I was having mixing colors because it was so rough. So now it's smooth for the most part. Even this part where I gave up halfway because my hands were hurting, I had to use like a little razor to be like scraping all this off. I tried using the solution I have, like letting it soak in it for a little bit with like a paper towel on top. I don't think it worked that much or that well because, like I said, it was still very hard to get off. I used a screwdriver. What else did I use in here? I had like a paint scraper spatula. Didn't work. So the razor was the thing that worked the best. And luckily it didn't scratch as much as I thought. That's why I didn't want to use it because I thought it was going to be, leaving scratches on it. For the most part, I think it's fine. I think just this one section I wasn't being careful, but I really kind of did cough out the scratches. I maybe someday I'll continue to clean it, but for now it's smooth as it is. I thought maybe I'll just put like the primary colors here and I'll mix them here because this is a smooth area. So I did this yesterday, but the other thing was when I was using what do you call this? The solvent solution, Cinolor, without smell. I don't know exactly what this is because it just says solvent. If it's toxic or not, anything touching it. Um, but even though I had my canvas down, it was folded over. It had like so 2 layers of canvas on this table, my biggest working table here. I'm pretty sure it stained that corner there somehow, even though I wasn't even working on that corner. It was like over here in this general area. I'm pretty sure it could just like you could almost think that it's just shadows. But either way, it fucked up with my head because I really do not want to get this table dirty because I do not know how I would fix it. Because this is, like I said, the sheet IKEA wood, ooh, lacquer. I don't know what they used to paint this, but I don't know how I would fix it. And I don't want to go through that trouble and I don't have the funds to be going through that mental capacity. Like, I just don't want to do it. So, anyways, I moved back to the table that was originally here in the apartment. That one already fucked up like the first month that I was here from another DIY project, and it already had a stain on it before that when I first moved in. So I wasn't that scared of getting it dirty because I mean, if I really needed to, like if my landlord complains about it, I could fix this. Um, yeah, because like I said, it's just not as new looking as this table, so it would be easier to like pass off if to fix this one than this one. Um, and the other thing is, it's further away from my window, but I also think the light's better over here for working wise because it's less diffuse. I think over here, I put back and forth. Like if I really needed to work on here because of the lighting, I would. But I'm thinking it's getting harsher light over here and more shadows, like harsh shadows and lights. And over here it's a little bit more diffused. I might, eventually, if I don't stop talking and actually start painting, have to do an artificial light, which I don't want to do because, like I said, it's getting hotter. And I finally turned off my ceiling light because I felt like it was adding to the heat. And I used to work during the day with it on because I don't know, I just felt more productive the more light I had in here. Also, because like you never know with the weather here, it changes so drastically. It could be like a really like cloudy day or raining day. Raining season should start because summer here is also like raining season, which I've been reading. Like I love rain. I love the rainy season, but it is probably gonna be a drawback at some point because it will get pretty dark in here, and I might have to get some kind of light because the ones that I have right now are not that bright or less than one. And I've been talking too much, so I'm gonna switch over cameras and start over here. Oh, actually, before I do that, I might be playing a YouTube video I just watched before I jumped on here. Like a what was it called? It was I think called Prima out of Prima painting technique where you paint in like one sitting um, continuously where the paint is still wet the entire time. And, it was a long video actually, but the part that I ears perked up and was paying attention was his color palette and mixing colors was very simple and easy for me to understand. And I don't have the exact colors he was using, but basically, I noticed that he was using, he said he was using black. This is actually the color he was using. Yellow or this one, this, and the white. And the red is not the one. I don't have the exact one. I don't know which one he is using. But I think it'll be fun to use this one because it looks similar to the one he was using. Anyways, all these colors he was mixing to make like dark greens, blues, and purples. And those are, it's pretty much the color palette that my reference photo is. I'm like, oh, perfect. So I might be like referencing that so that I can be more efficient on understanding how to mix these colors in the right portion because, well, let me switch over the camera. Hold on. Actually, let me take a drink of water. So but okay, iPhone. Okay, so the only problem with this setup is that I can't adjust this table, even though that was a plan. Even before this, I've been thinking for months about buying a different base because I don't like these legs, the four outstretched legs. I feel like they take up space for such a small apartment. So I wanted like a cylinder, like just a stick, and it also be like adjustable so I can be moving this up and down because if you want to know anything about baby is I love adjustable things. What is it? Modular things. Okay. So I have this set up again, and I continued working on this after yesterday's live, and I I'm still not that happy with it. I don't know what went wrong, what I did wrong to I just don't feel like I'm getting it. Probably because I don't have an instructor here breathing down my neck like I probably should and have been complaining about. Yeah, I even talked when I talked to my mom yesterday, her getting into mahjong, separate matter, don't get into it right now. I was telling her how I'm just like, I don't think I'm that good. I'm not as good as I thought I was with these. but it could also be like I think it could also be, you know, the saying you could it's gonna look uglier before it looks better, or it always looks ugly in the beginning. It's wet. Very wet. It's just because I didn't think it was going to be because everything else is it's tacky, but it's not like this. So let's quit the yapping and start. I don't know what I'm for working. Quit the yapping and start clacking. Okay. So I already want to go to the video, but no, I think. Okay, no, yeah, let me just pull it up just so I can have it open and ready as a reference. Just okay, where was this section? You also have like this color theory thing that I think I would really benefit from. Okay, hold on, too fast. Excuse me. Okay, so red. Maybe I'll just write this down. Make purple. Okay, let's just okay, so what I see is palette board is it's another thing. Why is he so hard? Just GB the other day. Color is white. So from gonna struggle in different ways today. Time for water again? Jesus. It took it way too long. Okay. So we got white first. The yellow. Not as much as too much spacing. Some pretty close together. Also said put more than I think I'll need, but don't know. I don't know how much think. Well, but I mean, I guess it could just be for because he's just demonstrating the video. I don't think you need that much red. Because red looks more orange. This is the brightest red I have. Is that it? No, no, the black. Oh my god. Never used black before. I don't know if you can tell, yeah, it's clean as a whistle. To prove that I've never used it before. So even though I hate authority and complaining about it so much, ooh, that was a lot. I do pay attention to instructions and find it hard to deter from them once I've learned that way. Anyways, Okay, so now that I have that down, I'm going to where I have to continue work on the screen because I did not add these right. Because I don't know why I was refusing to add the lighter color because I thought there were going to be highlights, and it kept, my instructor kept pounding in my head saying like we can't do the highlights until the end, but I like to work on them at the same time, like go back and forth, the shadows and the highlights. But he said that was wrong. I believed him, but now I'm thinking that was easier for me. So whenever he was looking at, I would do it anyways. um, at least until I learned why that was the reasoning. Right? Because for this, it doesn't matter the at least this tutorial that I was watching today because it's supposed to be completed in one sitting. So I guess it would be missing together. Let me see. What colors I need to make. So the yellow and black, make green. The red. I'm just gonna jump into it. Figure it out as I go. As per usual, do I want to continue? I'm going to stop picking at my clothes because then what's the point of wearing apron? Oh, I should just get what do they call it, like a jumper? That's what my teacher had, but I don't have like long sleeves, and I don't wear long sleeves for shit. I think what I started doing is like I was just wearing like the almost like the exact same clothes because I already got paint on them, so it's like, at least that would be comfortable. Okay, so if black, orange meets green, oh, this is like a really dark green. How do I make it lighter green? Do I just add white? Again, so sure. I think what I should also do is get a palette knife, like a real one, because that's why I always ended up using my paintbrush because these I found out are not for mixing color. They're for like if I want to add texture with a lot of paint. Yeah, this would have been great because I remember I was struggling to make up a really dark green and dark blues yesterday. I was refusing to use black because that's what I was taught. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more of this. And also, this is darker, but it is more correct of to what these colors were looking like. But hey, now you know how to do it. So you should try cleaning this first, as best as possible. And then try lightening this, and then you can always just make that dark green again. It's basically equal parts yellow and black. I've never liked holding this powder. It does not do me right. Back over there. You see them? Might get on screen. on screen like I'm on TV. There's a lot more shadows in here. Much sharper. Turn on my light. Yeah, just but if I go this way, I'm literally that's my only light source. I can't be blocking that. Be posed like this. I tried putting my phone and tripod in a position where I didn't make me feel like I was going to accidentally knock it over. Yeah, that looks like it's getting there. Check. It's pretty close. I could go lighter because I already went so dark. Should be fine. It's not mixed well though. Oh, yeah. Skipped a palette knife. It's just wasting paint, and that's why. That's the root of all my problems. Literally everything, all my problems in life would be solved with a palette knife. It's going to have to do. Ribbon open? Nope. Let me do that. Well, these ones, they're kind of dirty. I'm eating, but I'm not using that for anything. It's sanitary anyways. Okay. So, maybe. Okay, so this goes here. On my cuffs, let me see this brushes. I get half of my brushes, but I'm pretty sure it's from little cheap sets because I don't treat my brushes well. So I wonder though if I did have nice brushes, if I would treat them better. Like nice scissors. Well, I had nice scissors. Don't have them anymore. At least not in my apartment. And I was so what's the word? I don't say anal, but I need a verb. But basically, what I would do, I would label them. They would have my name on, and they would say if they were meant for only fabric, which my initial ones were only for fabric, so that anybody that I lived with at the time would not use them for anything else. Because that would dull them and I didn't have to sharpen them. That's still too dark. also thought about maybe I should use the color picker because I feel like that's been messing with me too. Or maybe I'm just looking for any excuse to say it's not me. That I'm not the one who messed up the initial outline. And even if I did do that, I would be able to fix it. No need to use any excuse. I think I'm tempted to use a bigger brush. Possibly don't need to. Poss- I don't like this one. I don't like it. Too flimsy. She doesn't know who she is. Need a straight, strong paintbrush. Strong, sturdy back. Who knows what she's doing because one of us has to. And can support a ruthless tyrant like me, constantly pushing them to their limits. I might get a chair. A chair. The only chair I have here. The little white one. It's already moved, so it's fine. Jesus. I still need to actually fix this chair correctly because I put on that new wheel that I thought I would change the other wheels because they aesthetically look pleasing, but I don't think it's mm, functional. Like it doesn't roll as well as the others, so I'm an advocate to like I prefer things being prettier than functional, but up to a point. Especially when it concerns my wardrobe. Sorry. Like my wardrobe is all black and workout clothes, like leisure clothes, flexible things, mainly because I'm an autistic in a way that fabric affects my mood directly. And honestly, I will refuse to wear certain fabrics because it's just too itchy. Like jeans, I forced myself to wear them when I was like, I'm gonna say high school because that's what all the kids were wearing, and I wanted to like fit in and not make be fun of. But for one, I never had to lie, and I just hated wearing them. As soon as I got home, ripped them off, and I was just in my underwear. And not just that, like finding underwear was a huge, huge issue for my poor mother, me as a child, refusing to wear like the cheap cotton underwear, the meant for girls that Walmart sold. And it's getting pretty dark now. It's only 1:12. Right. So I'm not exactly sure if it was the quality of the fabric or what was wrong with it, but I would only be wearing, I think we found like a brand of Hanes boxers, no, not boxers, briefs maybe for like boys, some kind of boy underwear that I would wear because I would just refuse to wear underwear. So, well, it's not a store I thought I would reveal at this moment. So let me concentrate, okay? Stop trying to get the secrets out of me as if anybody's watching these or asking these things of me. Let me check the water. Oh my god, sure. I'm gonna, it's fine, it's fine. It's not a stream. I'm sure everything looks all right. I have no self-control. I don't know if you saw that. I was scratching underneath my shorts. I didn't even check if my hands were clean before doing it. I checked it afterwards. So what I really want to do is bring out these highlights, but no clue what to do. That's why I feel like I might rely on the color picker because I feel like these shows make roll right. I should do that today. I really should go out and go to the hardware store and see if they have the wheel I need. No, stop doing that. I just okay, okay. Calm down. Don't yell at me. Six, six. Okay, so I guess I'm realizing what that tutorial was trying to teach me was to, yeah, get your set colors already mixed out, but I don't know what they're gonna be, so how do I do that? What's my midtones? I don't know. Don't know. Is that it? I'll find out. We'll find out. Surely did. I surely found out. Jesus Christ. It's fine, babes. Like, just relax. Take it easy. Okay, this is just for you. I think I've just been stressing out about money because I'm just so bad with money. Literally do not, I don't know how to, like, I use it as a tool to get the things I want to make me comfortable and happy. And then, other than that, it has no service to me. So I don't like saving, I don't like investing, I don't like the idea of money or numbers, which is, I don't know, it's, I should, because if I wanted those things, as I just said, to make me happy and comfortable, I would, and then I would just focus on making more money. I don't know. It's a catch 22, just going around in circles. And at some point, I just have to take some creative initiative and just say, even if it's not the exact same as the picture, just say that's what I wanted it to look like. Yep, that's exactly what I was trying to do with that. Mhm. All this, all this muddy mess in here, that's intentional. That's to represent my life and my head thoughts. Yeah, that's what it is. That's why it's like that. Not the right highlight and not the right size, but I know there's something there. There's some light there. So I just need that to mark it so I don't forget. And same here is a slight angle. And then it kind of just disappears here. Yep, yep. So now what I'm gonna do is this was a lot brighter than that, so but I can do that later. What I need to do is darken this. So I made it too thick of a line here. That's a brown. Did I mix the brown? So what is, it's a greenish brown. What color is the mix for brown? I'm gonna say black. Oh wait, no, it was. Oh, can't remember. Can't remember. Let's put black here for now. I think we know because then yellow and the black makes green, but I made it dark green, so it could be what? No, I made that color. So maybe red, tiny bit of red. Let's see. Yeah, what's my timing on this? I can't see from here. Hold on. And maybe I should cut this short, because I don't think I'm really gonna get, you know, that much. Oh, yeah. She's learning. Oh my God. The light and the shadow scared me. It's just a tree moving. Okay, so yeah, that's almost an immediate match on my first try, y'all, okay? Okay, okay. Let's use this. What was I saying before? I think I'm not gonna be doing anything different than yesterday's stream. So, and I already been struggling on editing these when they're just an hour long, and these past 2 days I think I've been doing for an hour. Don't touch, are you? Going to touch that. So these past 2 days I've been doing like an hour and a half for some reason, because I think I just lose track of time. So let me check the time because I don't want to do that. I only want to stream for an hour. I will continue painting because this is allowed already. Okay, I'm not gonna just not use it. 53 minutes, I guess. I could continue for a couple of seconds, couple of minutes, but why is this stream delay? Maybe I moved it. Okay, so my alarm for my drinking water is supposed to ring in 9 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna drink water now anyways, but when that goes off, I'll tell myself to log off. And juice. I want juices. You should go. Okay. Where was I gonna put this color? This poor rug. So crusty paint on it. Okay. So I want to use this greenish brown. What was it for? This to thin out this highlight. Oh, careful, careful. Just basically just got rid of highlight gun. Shit. Okay. Use too much oil. It's like gonna hurt. No, 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 no. Gonna. Okay. Okay, so there's a slide. Shows up. Oof. Just trying to blend that. And then I should watch a Bob Ross video one of these days. I don't think I've ever seen any of his videos, just like clips and segments. Mm. I know. This is the same-ish color. Maybe a little bit lighter. I said a little bit, okay? That's too much. Give me a minute, okay? I'll get there. No. No, she won't. No, using all of it. So this is something good. Mental shades up over here. This other colors. Really doesn't seem like the right color. It's coming out way too brown looking, but why judge? This is dark. So meet up here to this right here. What does it call? Sleeping. I want to stand up and other view of this. Let's access oil here first. So created. It's really dark here. Almost black. I'm so excited I can use blacks. Or did I just make a huge mistake? I need to find out why it is exactly that it's recommended we never use the color black. I mean, the color black is sold, so someone's buying it. What is this? Oh. Okay, I said I can log off from this live stream so I don't have to keep recording this and then, well, I don't turn off, you're gonna be coming back here. Let's switch. The Ronaldos. I need to step back and look at this. She's salvageable. She's salvageable. Salvageable? Salvageable? Is that a word? Yeah, she's salvageable. Not a complete train wreck, like I've been making her out to see. No, 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 no. Okay? She's a work in progress. Like we all are. Okay? Okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, what I was gonna say is that I think I need to start writing topics down before I jump on here. And I scheduled writing, like a 30-minute writing block on my schedule this morning. I refuse to do it. I don't want to do it. I avoided it like plague and I started doing other stuff, so I was very productive. My kitchen's clean, my bedroom's clean, my this living room's clean. I cleaned. I clean when I'm trying to procrastinate things that I know I should be doing. So I guess that's not something that might be um the word viable for me. just gonna have to adjust, admit that I know that about myself and trying to force myself to do that because otherwise I'm just gonna be avoiding it and doing things that I don't necessarily need to be doing. So yeah, I'll talk